think we are already late, and this is also a graveyard session, which is considered a post-lunch session. So it is quite difficult for me to rush through as well as to keep you awake. My presentation is somewhat linked to what Director Dr. Madhu had presented, like what geospatial mapping is done. She had shown in one slide that there is lack of specialists in the health sector. So in our state also, we are having a lot of problems regarding the health facility. And considering all those facilities, we started with just to find out some innovative solution. And by that time, our state also had the opportunity to have a World Bank project also, that is Uttarakhand Health System Development Project. So my main presentation is based upon that UKHSDP, because that is, you can say, we are just trying to bring more and more solutions for our health problems through this, and we are starting in pilot mode. So what are the key health challenges to address? Like in our state, Uttarakhand is a hilly state. It is like 3 districts are which are plain districts, and rest of the 10 districts are having some hills or like mountainous. And Uttarakhand is having greater, middle and lesser Himalayas also. So the geographical terrain is the biggest problem. Human resource constraint, like what I just told, that specialist. Regarding the shortage of specialists is the biggest constraint we have. The large seasonal floating population of tourists, especially Char Dham Yatra, Hemkund Sahib, and like Haridwar is one of the biggest pilgrim center in North India, along with Banaras and those places. So a lot of floating population is there. Persisting material child health challenges as in other states like in the northeastern state as well as from the other Himalayan states. The persisting the financial protection issue. This is one of the biggest challenges. Like when we are looking in the health sector with the perspective of universal health coverage, UHC, we are going towards UHC, but still there is a lot of financial protection issues in our health sector. And apart from that, we are suffering from various disasters. We have to prepare our health system according to that preparedness also. And so what we did, like various research inputs were done, extensive review of the state data, quantitative, qualitative and geospatial research, wide stakeholder consultation was done, backed with system. So this is systematic impact evaluation is one thing which we are just having in our system, so that what we will do in the pilot study, the impact evaluation study will be done, so that making the midway corrections, and then we will implement in the rest of the part of the state. So in this state, the scarcity of qualified human resource, particularly the specialists which I already highlighted. So on that background, we are just targeting our health services improvement along with the involvement of PPP, private-public partnership, in which the private players are involved actually. So this is like one picture which I would like to explain. This covers like most of the things which we are targeting, but like few things are left out. So like in this one of the helpline 104, like on the right corner, this health helpline. This is like the point like which the question recently you asked. It will cover like kind of health consultation. If any patient is calling from, any person is calling from anywhere. So what he did, he just tell that I am so and so, I am like, I just want to go to a CHC, PHC, or I am having this problem. The questions might be a number of questions. So we are just doing our background work. After that, we will start the helpline. This is our way forward actually. This right now we are in implementation stage. Still we had not implemented this. So helpline, that will the patients in the center actually. They are in the center. Do I have a laser? So like patient is in the center actually. The patients will call at the helpline. The helpline. The people sitting in the helpline, they will just go through all these facilities in the bottom, like ASHA, Subcenter, PSC, CSC, Public Hospital, RSBY, MSBY, private hospital. I would like to just tell one more thing. Apart from RSBY, we are now having this MSBY hospitals also. So MSBY is Mukhyamantri Swasthya Bima Yojana. We just launched it on the 1st of April, and we are just targeting the population. Except income tax pay and government servants, everybody is covered who is not covered in RSBY. So like most of the population is covered under UHC and the MSBY coverage. So those people are, and for those like insurance facility, we are empaneling the private hospitals, seeing the need and the necessity. And the OPD clinic are also in the, you can say, pipeline. Mobile medical when schedule. So they are already we have some mobile medical units, and in the future course of action we are just trying to enlarge that MMU sector, MMV sector. So the patient he is calling helpline, the helpline person will see what is his query, what like it is regarding the maternal health, regarding the child health, or regarding any serious problem, or any kind of issue might be there. So they will consult it. Then after the consultation, the helpline people, they will direct him. They will just see that if emergency exists, then they will directly refer to 108, so that the 108 ambulance will reach to the point, and they will just take care of the patient. Apart from that, the kind of consultation, the patient is informed of choices. If the emergency is not there and the problem is not so like acute, so this is the like patient is informed of choices as appropriate to his or her condition. RSBI, MSBI and other entitlements. It is very important because this is very much linked to our MSBI and RSBI usage actually, because in RSBI in our state the claim ratio was roughly 45%. So seeing those kind of aspects, we are trying to make you can say IAC as well different activities in this MSBI sector, so that we will inform him that your this condition is covered under MSBI, you can go to this hospital, this hospital, this hospital. So you can approach or you can go to any of these facilities. And once choice is made, so we will provide him the basket of the like options. We will provide him the options wherever he want to go, either to a private or a government sector. The patient is sent provider detail, and the referred providers are also alerted. So this is also what is there in pipeline, that the facilities will also be alerted that one patient contacted so and so he or she may or may not come to you. After this, like the patient is going there or not, that depends. Now the facilities will take care. Whatever happens, the patient reaches the facilities will seeing the actually the shortage specialist. We are also focusing on tele-EEG, tele-ECG, tele-radiology, telemedicine. So this is an important aspect like which we are covering, because we can't have the specialists in the hills. We tried our best giving them better on radium. We already had 12 CHCs, community health centers, in PPP mode. But despite that model also, we are not having specialists in the field. So depending on the need, the usage of technology will be there. After this, the outbound call collects feedback from the patient. It is also very important part of our total integrated project, that we will call the patients later on. If somebody had called us, like it is a like public grievance redressal, which we are already having in few other department. So we will call him back, we will call the patient, so that whether you are satisfied, you had gone there, what was your feedback about our facilities. So this makes a complete picture that any patient is suffering from anything, he just call us and what facilities we provide us. So I think this shows the complete picture. Apart from this, I think these are the details which I think, because short of this time, I will not like to focus. If any question is there, I would like to take up. This is, yes, just a minute. This is one more thing, like in PPP mode, we are targeting one innovative approach. We are just outsourcing one district hospital, 2 CHC, community health center, and 3 mobile medical units. So that complete continuum of approach is there. Earlier we had only our CHCs outsourced to a private provider, but then the problems were there, like the people used to complain about that they had referred us. The problem of referral is very much in the health sector. So just to curtail that problem, we are just adopting a continuum of service approach, and that private player, the private partner, they will take care of a few issues like district hospital and like 2 CHCs. Rest are with us, and they will also link with the district hospital, which will be taken care by our private partner. Thank you. I think I'm done. Yeah, connectivity, like we are just targeting that immediate, like in district hospital and CHCs. Initially, we are targeting those places, those areas. From there only, we will have telediagnostics. Far remote areas, we are having mobile medical units, mobile medical vans, which... No, it is not that bad also. Connectivity is not that bad also. We are having good connectivity except few areas. You can say remotest of the areas might be there where you don't have the connectivity in our state. But most of the places we have the mobile connectivity as well as you can say the internet connectivity is also there. It's not that bad. Any other question?